Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all doing well, and welcome to this tournament showdown. It's going to be myself and the Warriors of Chaos facing off against the Chaos Dwarves. So as far as the build goes, it's going to be mostly chaff units. You don't want to be giving good targets to the magma cannons and more elite stuff. And aspiring champions are a really nice mix in. The Chaos Dwarves typically rely on, magmas and those type of things to really just deal with mass infantry, but these like low model count elite infantry, I found they do struggle with. We got a Festus character blob, going to be double exalted hero and Festus. Festus does have the healing aura, but Rancid Visitations is going to be the primary spell. And up on the high ground, we got more Marauders, more aspiring champs, all sorts of cool stuff, man. Warriors of Chaos been on quite a kick lately, so let's see what we got. We got Drazhoath the Ashen coming in with the Kadai Fireborn. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Definitely wasn't expecting that. That's a very, very cool take on things. So let's move you guys up and also send some of these Marauders to maybe go grab this. But yeah, the Kadai in theory should be very, very good against a lot of my army. And also we have one Iron Demon. Okay. And yeah, going to be Tricksy Hobbitses for sure. So we're going to need Armored Chaos Trolls to come out, probably. Although Armored Chaos Trolls against Kadai, I feel like they kind of low-key suck, right? So maybe we need some Horsemen. So let's save up for enough to get 2 Horsemen, and then we'll move out with them and hopefully get the job done. Send our characters up. It's going to be Big Drazhoath the Ashen. Love to see it. Very, very different take on Chaos Dwarves. I'm used to a very different meta. All right, so let's get you and get you. Pop you guys out and move you up and just start throwing spears at things. This isn't a basic Iron Demon. Yeah, so it's a basic Iron Demon. So we can send you up to the top to go grab this this cannon tower. We don't want to let our opponent have that for free. We'll send some Marauders up there as well. And yeah, it looks like the capture point leg box is a little bit buggy here, which is pretty funny. All right, keep moving, keep grooving. We got the Horsemen coming to keep the big characters honest and put some good firepower into the Kadai Fireborn. I think rear charging the Kadai could be quite good as well. We have Hobo Goblin Archers. So yeah, definitely not liking the idea of the Trolls against the Kadai since they do fire damage. So yeah, I think we're going to open with mostly Horsemen and see how this goes. All right, so hustling to the points, we got 40 seconds. I believe that Iron Demon has pretty good shooting now, so we got to put some respect on its name. Hell Scourges will definitely be nice for just like flanking and causing disruption, and the Chaos Dwarves are an army that, they want to stay kind of uniform, right? So let's see what kind of damage that actually does. All right, so we'll get you, call you out this way, move you around the back of the army here, and we just want to force them to extend into our territory, basically, right? So yeah, I think we have a good enough quality core of units going up here, especially with a little bit of Horseman coverage. All right, let's do this. Let's pull in Festus and company here. We can have you sit down here in group 7 and just kind of guard this point. And yeah, I mean, Drazhoath might decide to move there at some point, but yeah, it should be okay. All right, so pulling back, we can take the aspiring champs. Don't think my opponent's going to be going for that top ground point. So, all right, so we just retreat back here. Could call in some Houndos. Houndos probably wouldn't be bad, just to cause a little bit of backfield disruption. I did see some Goblin Archers being called in. Festus could get gooned here. I got to be careful. That's a pretty... Drazhoath is a pretty serious opponent, so Medley might be able to get the job done. She certainly got some plays here. Drazhoath, Archers in the back. Yep, okay, so expecting Trolls. And looks like some sneaky little Hobgoblins are kind of waiting here, so we'll certainly ambush them and send Hounds around the back to get on the Archers. And now we can kind of square up the army, send in the Aspiring Champions. These are actually Chaos Dwarf Warrior Great Weapons. All right, that's kind of a cool choice. Get you in there. Festus and company moving in, and the Severed Claw needs to just basically be a bodyguard, and we'll just kind of keep throwing javelins at your boy. And we do have the arrow tower, so now we can pull back down here and hopefully get a good fight going. All right, so let's drop the healing aura. That's going to be important here. And we got Marauders in the back. Aspiring Champions hopefully doing well. How are we doing on Drazhoath? Certainly getting poked a little bit. Nice Hellhammer right there. That's going to be pretty sweet. Let's get the Severed Claw in, and now for you guys, we can get the Hounds looping around the back to nibble on those Archer units. And yeah, Festus is going to have to carry this one for sure. Yeah, I think we keep going after Drazhoath. He doesn't have any way of like doing any fat heals or anything, so I think that is going to be pretty good. Let's get some Forsaken up, just like fast capture weight, because the fight's a little bit dicey, right? It's a little bit dicey. All right, pulling back. Let's do this. Keep that going. Marauders need to come in. We do have Severed Claw here, which is really, really money. Severed Claw is a great unit. All right, so my opponent has sprung the trap, so let's call in the Hell Scourges and some basic Hounds as well to come nibble down those Goblins, if possible. All right, so let's see if we can win that fight there. In the meantime, keep the Horsemen going after Drazhoath, and we can get the whole Goon Squad getting in there to party, and we can go ahead and do an Overcasted Rancid on him, try and punish that character, keep you moving in, and hopefully we can just win this blob fight here. We do have Severed Claw, so I'm feeling like relatively confident about it, and it looks like Drazhoath is going to be trying to flee right now. Yeah, he's fleeing, so we just need to get back, pull the Horsemen back as well, and we do get the Hounds nibbling on the Archers and the backside of things, which is great. And how are we looking down here? Looking okay. Yeah, the Hell Scourges should do pretty well against a lot of those units. I'm feeling pretty confident about that. So on that same note, let's go ahead and call in some basic Marauders. A couple of those bad boys to move up and just re-secure that objective. Drazhoath has cycle charged effectively. So we just kind of keep chewing away at Drazhoath and grinding through the front line. Pull you guys back. Get these Marauders coming up. Forsaken Man, they took their sweet time getting there. But that Death Star is very, very good. So now we can, yeah, I think we want to keep the healing on if possible. Let's keep the horsemen back. And we didn't get the archers fully offline, unfortunately. Yeah, they're still very much alive. All right, so going after the big man. Here we are. And how's this low ground objective looking? It's a little bit dicey for sure. It's a little bit dicey, but we'll keep grinding for it. And if we can kill Draz Hoeth, I mean, that's basically going to be GG, right? So let's go after the Fireborn here, get you guys going in. We did dodge with the Hellhammers. Let's keep throwing there and call in another Horseman unit, actually. I think that'd be very useful. Yeah, the Horsemen seem to be doing good work. All right. So now we can switch to Mortis Engine. We got a pretty big blob here, so I think Mortis Engineing is going to be the preferable play. Let's kind of keep doing this. Call you guys in, hotkey you, and yeah, we got these guys and different Marauder units moving up to the point. So hopefully we can get that back. We do have our Hell Scourges there. It looks like they came back to the party. And we have, I think, effectively done pretty well in the blob fight for ourselves. We can get another Hell Scourge too if my opponent chases a little bit too deeply. So let's kind of kite these guys back, keep moving you in, and I think we're kind of breaking up that front fight, and with a couple Houndo units coming in, hopefully we get the job done. All right, outstanding. So let's move up to their point now, and yeah, we just kind of keep kiting these guys back and lure them to their doom. We have the tower still shooting, archers are compromised, and you can see the Festus Death Star is just like super scary, right? All right, so Marauders and Marauders. Marauders! And these guys are almost done for, and now we can summon in the Hell Scourge to finish them off, although I don't know if we even really need to, so let's just get you guys back up. And Draz Hoeth might be coming for it. We need to switch back to the heals and cast into the Rancid Visitations on Homeboy here. All right, let's keep you on the point. Forsaken and company, move up, grab that one, and Marauders are going to have a bit of a tough fight there. Those Hobo Goblins do have bonus versus infantry, so that's pretty nasty indeed. All right, so we got the Hell Scourges. Let's get the Hell Scourges down here to support, get some Forsaken down there. Maybe send you guys down that way, because I think the Festus Blob is going to be able to kind of carry its weight here. Yeah, and those Hobo Goblin Archers are going to die for sure. Let's call you guys up. We do have the Arrow Tower on this map, which is kind of fun. And you know what? We don't need to unsummon. I think we could use all hands on deck here. My opponent really playing super hard for the low ground objective. And we just follow with Horsemen, I think, while Big Man moves up to that point. And I think we could just win on just holding the 2 here. Could be wrong, but you know, we'll follow Draz Hoeth and see what happens. All right, so sandwiching into the back. What do we want to call out? Honestly, some Trolls wouldn't be bad, although Manticore would have probably been the smarter choice. Yeah, probably would have been the smarter choice. And we could just chase under Draz Hoeth here. Festus is moving up on the point. Honestly, Festus can probably use a nuke on that train, too, to finish that thing off. So it's going to be Chaos Dwarfs down here. We move over to the point. Got our Aspiring Lads, and now Festus has made it here with the Severed Claw, too, mind you. So it's not like he's coming alone here. All right, we could lose Festus here to the dive from Draz Hoeth, so we need to get the big nuke off before things get really ugly. All right, so it looks like Draz Hoeth is going to die. I think Festus will survive. You know, Nurgle things tend to have a way. Nature finds a way, and Nurgle finds a way. Could be the new expression. So, yep, Tower's getting some work in. This low ground point, I think, is going to be ours. Those are Chaos Dwarf Warriors. We want to make sure our Hell Scourge characters are going after Hobo Goblins, and the Trolls are on top of the appropriate target as well. So Draz Hoeth is running. Can we get the tower to actually shoot him down? No, he's pretty much done for. But let's chase him down and try and get the army penalty. And looks like we got it. GG, well played. Scrappy game. She played pretty solid. Good game by Medley there. And yeah, I like the build idea in theory. Like, it caught me off guard, but that Festus like Severed Claw Death Star is really tough for Chaos Dwarfs to deal with, I found. Hadrius and I have done a little bit of testing with that one. We did see the Dread Train did good at what, 1200 value, give or take. Yeah, it's fun. We got Chaos Dwarf Warrior great weapons, but yeah, they're going to trade pretty poorly into even the Marauder great weapons in my experience. But yeah, those Aspiring Champs, not a ton of value, but their staying power is insane. And the 2 foot-based characters, they give you good grind. Draz Hoeth, I do like that. Like, I almost think like a Goon Squad style build for Chaos Dwarfs, like Draz Hoeth plus another monster to like snipe Festus out. Or you go with like a Sorcerer Prophet of Death with Spirit Leech and you just like snipe Festus, and I think you could just win that way. So that almost makes me think I should switch to bring Fleshy Abundance in my build, because I got really greedy with just using Rancid Visitations to try and snipe the Chaos Dwarf characters, but you can see I kind of got close to dying, which could have been, you know, a huge game-changing problem. So GG, well played to my opponent. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, and we're going to continue on in this tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all doing well, and welcome to this tournament showdown. It's going to be myself on the Warriors of Chaos facing off against the High Elves, and we are coming in with a very difficult to remove character squad. So we have Prince Sigvald, who obviously is a raid boss, but Harry is also basically a legendary lord. He has more HP than Sigvald. His combat stats are pretty similar, only 10 less melee defense, but he has armor piercing. he's very, very tough to kill. So he does also have a little bit of AoE, so he has the Hammer of Harry. So if you plop him in the middle of like some Silverins or elite high elf units, he's going to be able to do good damage with his AoE and also his Hammer. It's my first time trying him in this matchup, but I have a feeling like on a map like the Crucible, he's going to be pretty good. So Chaos Warriors into the Sunset. Chaos Warrior Great Weapons trade very well into the Elves. And we're trying something a little bit different here with this Slaanesh caster. So I figured that we can Rampage Dragons, you know, debuff and just get that map-wide, a Blissful Rapture buff for our army. We're going to see how it goes. It's a bit of an experiment, but should be quite a bit of fun. Our opponent, of course, the top-tier high elf player, so this should be, I would say, a good, prudent test. And we got a Hell Cannon in the back. It looks like it's going to be your boy, Imrik. Imrik is definitely a raid boss, so a little bit nervous about that. So let's kind of creep you over here, have you guys creep up and under here, and yeah, we need to get some throwing weapons. So Illyrian Reaver Archers, not too worried about that. We have a lot of armor, and I am going to call it a Hell Cannon as soon as I can. Looks like it's going to be White Lines of Crace with a Life Caster, so yeah, lots of good times on the horizon, but we should have the advantage on the side points. Hopefully I can get that, but man, yeah, Imrik's going to be tough to deal with. I mean, yeah, I can do like Armored Trolls and things like that, but at the end of the day, let's hide them in the troops there. Can't really bring out Throwing Axes quite yet, and I don't have Festus. It feels so weird. I almost play Festus like every single game with these. With this faction, but right now I don't have your boy, so it's like it's feeling a little bit naked there. So let's move on in. Hopefully Harry the Hammer and company can do their thing. Let's get this Slaanesh caster cruising, and you guys are going to be chilling here, and you guys are going to be heading on up to that objective and try and grab this while we're just going to try and get a triple cap. And these are Mirror Guard, so if he wants to go for them, okay, it doesn't look like he's going to. Mirror Guard should be pretty resilient here. The Hell Cannon maybe off in this corner. Although I feel like having an answer for the Flying Monster is probably more important. So let's get those guys out right now. Yeah, there we go. All right. Let's come this way, get the Mirror Guard pulling back, and we can get our Throwing Axes over to help. Move up on the objective, and you can move up on this objective, and cool. So yeah, we're just retreating back right now. It's going to be a little bit messy, but hopefully we can get some Hounds or something to help here. So let's get you guys to go here, move up on the points. We can get Harry the Hammer and company to go fight there. And all right, so Mirror Guard getting pounded, obviously. It's to be expected. We can get some Hounds to pull them in to help drag down the War Lines of Crace. Get the Throwing Axes popping here, and Great Weapons, and Great Weapons, and Great Weapons moving in, with the Slaanesh caster doing a little bit of a debuff on some of them to trigger the map-wide melee attack buff. All right, so yeah, thankfully those are Mirror Guard over there. Mirror Guard are pretty raid bossy, so I'm hoping that they'll be able to kind of hang for a minute and not get like terror routed off, because they are immune to psychology, so you have to deal with them the old-fashioned way. We have a Lash of Slaanesh, so let's do that. Pop that right here. Whip those guys nice and good. And just kind of continue. And the Mirror Guard, yeah, being super, super solid. You can see the War Lines of Crace being dragged down. We're actually up in value right now, which is excellent. And the objectives, though, I think we're going to get the middle one. I'm not 100% sure. All right, so let's keep moving. Keep these Marauder Horsemen going. It looks like the middle fight's going in our favor. Obviously, we popped like debuffs on them. We can do a little bit of rampaging, but going to save up my Winds of Magic. And overall, that ended up being a pretty good choice, I would say. Yeah, Mirror Guard just give no shits, dude. They are just such a solid unit. So the middle objective is going to go to us. We need to make sure to keep fighting on it. And let's move you guys down here, and we can pull our horsemen back. Yeah, we just need to like lure him into our territory. I could call in some trolls if he really goes like super deep back there. We'll definitely do that. All right, so the middle, like all the infantry fighting, definitely went in our favor. But let's just kind of keep retreating back this way, getting the throwing weapons. And up on the high ground, he's coming back in. He's looping, and yeah, we get a pretty decisive little fight here. So let's get our characters. Move them up that way, and just start pressing the last point. And yeah, if Imrik wants to chase, I'm happy to just introduce him to my best friend Throwing Axes here. Yeah, all right. Looking good. So Chaos Warriors, let's head up to this point, and you pull back this way. Let's get you guys heading up here as well, and just, you know, get the character party going. All right, so how are we doing? Yeah, keep getting the Throwing Axes. I think we're going to call out the Skull Crushers now. They do pretty well against High Elf Cavalry in my experience, so let's hope they continue that glorious tradition. All right, so War Lines of Crace, move over, and what we can do is just to trigger the melee attack is debuff them. Do a little bit of debuffing there, and wow, he's actually taking that big blob fight. Okay, I didn't think he would. I did not think he would. Skull Crushers are very slow, but Chaos Warriors are pretty raid boss. Those dudes will definitely fight all day, every day. And we just kind of keep getting increment of value on Imrik and hope that this blob fight goes well for us. Mirror Guard head up to the high ground, because they're back in business. And let's get those Skull Crushers heading down and causing some disruption. It looks like he's trying to snipe my caster, but Sigvald cares not from where the... Well, I guess he probably cares where the blood flows. He's not like a Cornate champion or anything like that. All right, Great Weapons intercept here. Looks like Harold the Hammer and company doing very, very good. We get in on the Narnia Alliance here and the Dragon Princes. Oh, those are Dragon Princes. Okay, so let's get our characters on the Princes, and we can go ahead and do a Pavane of Slaanesh on the Dragon Princes to make it a little bit of an uglier fight for them. And aside from that, we got Mirror Guard heading up that way. Yeah, we just got to hope that Harold the Hammer can get the job done here with those anti-large cavalry, man. That's basically it. Let's call in some trolls. Trolls, head on up. Unfortunately, our axemen are being routed back, but I don't quite know how this fight's going. I think it's going pretty well for us. The Cornate Cavalry are grinding. He did get a fat heal on his Lord, but it looks like a lot of his units are on the run. So that's good. Let's run back to the Trolls, see if we can make him pay the Troll toll a little bit. How's Prince Sigvald doing down here? Pretty good. White Lines of Grace are broken up, and yeah, we can just kind of keep going after them. We have this Slanesh caster, who I really actually like that tech quite a bit. I think it's pretty rad. All right, let's debuff him. Get the Horsemen back in. Seems like they've been able to endure pretty well, and the Trolls are now on their way. Unfortunately, the Corn Cavalry did get broken, but Mirrorguard might actually straight up be able to win this. We can also do a little cheeky play, where we pull these guys around the back and just get a nice rear charge right there. All right, so Imric is going after my caster. Got to make sure I don't lose my caster. That'd be very, very Bronzodia. So let's run around. You can see we loop that way and get you guys to move in and help out. Horsemen have a little bit of ammo left. Not a whole lot, but some. And yeah, looks like we might be able to actually win that fight. Is he doing anything to ninja that point? I don't think so. Very scrappy game so far. We are ahead on value, though, which is good. And the Hammer needs to move in, get this caster back, and keep our Horsemen just throwing those sweet, sweet throwing axes. And the Hounds now can come around, and hopefully the Mirror Guard aren't going to fight much longer. So the Hound timing was off. Yeah, we just threw those Trolls away too, but thankfully they're Trolls, and they'll probably come back. So, all right, so we probably need some like good quality infantry, or just infantry in general. So let's get some Marauders hustling up here. All right, Sigvald and company. Trolls are broken, mostly trash units. Here we do nibble on the Rangers, but our timing was a little bit off on that. So I think we're starting to fall behind a little bit. Considering his healing, I think we're losing this. All right, let's move in. I'm going to get you guys to move in. Harry the Hammer and Sigvald definitely can maybe do a little bit of grinding to help us get this one back. Yeah, I guess I should probably keep the Horsemen alive, huh? Just kind of keep them back and maybe lure your boy around and let like Sigvald and those type of characters get the grinding going. All right, let's do a little bit of unsummoning. And yeah, we lost the high ground objective, so looking like they're in a good position here. Got to go back to the drawing board on this matchup, perhaps. I did like the Armored Warrior opening, though. I felt like that was pretty good. All right, so let's get you guys moving. Imric's going to be a problem. See, like, yeah, Imric is really just a huge issue. Like, my characters are cool and all, but they can't really, like, stabilize. All right, so we got more Hounds. Let's go ahead and dig for these Hounds. Yes, good. Let's get you guys heading back this way. And we probably just send some, yeah, I just, like, have no answer for Imric, really. It's just such a terror, man. All right, so how are we doing on the point? Are we still fighting on the point? We need to go get the point back. I'm trying to force my opponent to have to deal with that and get our caster away. We can. Okay. Outstanding. Keep pulling back here. Skull Crushers were a big investment, and they felt like a bit of a disappointment. All right, so retreating. Let's get our caster back. Sigvald and company, get up and try and clear that point. And what do we got on the side? Yeah, we got some Marauders heading that way. The Slaneshi casters doing their thing. Thankfully, your boy Imric is off in the shadows here. What are those? Those are some beat-up units, so we can send some Hounds to go clean them up. Oh, no, those are Dragon Prince's shits. They're probably going to beat us there, even with that like Hound unit being at like 1%. All right, so let's start bouncing between the points. I think it's our only chance. Sigvald and Harry the Hammer should be able to do something here. So let's pop the Hammer of Harry. I love the name of that, so good. And get some more great weapons heading up to the points, looking good. And yeah, I thought those were Illyrian Reavers. That was a mistake. All right, so those guys get broken off. Let's move up there. And we got great weapons and horsemen heading up. I mean, we do have some healing via Sigvald, but not like enough to really be like super relevant, I don't think. Yeah, all right. So going after the White Lines of Grace. We got this. We got you guys. Need to do a little bit of unsummoning, a little housekeeping of sorts, and looks like there are some Dragon Princes coming in. Harry the Hammer is pretty easy to avoid, huh? That's like 2,000 gold that just, yeah, kind of gets avoided. All right, so Pavane to Slanesh. Let's pop it on these guys, get a little bit of value, do some damage, and hopefully win some micro engagements over here. Imric's coming back. Like, best case scenario, Imric goes for like a tough fight there, right? I don't know if he's going to, though. Let's get some Trolls heading up. Trolls head over. Yeah, the Trolls are also seem to be... I've tried them a couple times in this matchup, and every time they seem to just get karate chopped a little bit. So maybe the Trolls are a bit of a liability of sorts. All right, so we won that fight, which is good. We got Dragon Princes coming in, so let's do Acquiescence on them. Debuff them a little bit and see if we can get lucky. I'm up all night to get lucky here. We'll see if you guys are too. All right, so middle objective is still grinding. Sigvald is, you know, I mean, they're getting value, but he's so far ahead in regards to the other variables in this game. The Dragon Princes are just raid bossing me here, and yeah, the Skull Crushers I don't think did a whole lot. Can't really tell, but yeah, he's probably got this, but we'll keep scrapping in case there's any like weird misplays. The Slanesh caster didn't feel like the worst choice in the world. Like, that felt okay. I didn't hate this Slanesh caster. Let's get some great weapons moving up. I think the great weapons were strong. Like, wide great weapons, maybe Harry and Sigvald's too much. But yeah, you know, you live and you learn. All right, so Imric is here. We got Trolls. Let's bring them across. Try and rotate between the 2 points. And hopefully those Chaos Warriors will get up here and, you know, put a little bit of pressure on sometime this year. How are we looking here? Harry the Hammer and company have routed these units off, so they're wavering. Oh, Harry causes terror. Wow, that's pretty good. You certainly don't remember those things, but he does. So heading back to the objective, we should have the... Why do I not have any capture weight here? He doesn't have any units on it. Yeah, they're all breaking off. Okay, so they're running now. So Harry, the terror route is coming into play. We got the Grey Weapons. Imric is chasing some random Marauders, which is good. Let's get the Trolls up to the middle to see if we can grab that. And here we got our Slanesh caster, but man, it's the points are starting to slip away from us like pretty quick here. All right, so Harry the Hammer, let's get in, route them off again. Harry can use his glorious AoE ability, which hopefully will just karate chop them. Trolls heading to the middle, and outstanding. So we got the damage there. Those guys are broken. Hound's going to come in and do a little bit of nibbling. What are these? These are Dragon Princes? Yeah, Dragon Prince is going to be kind of scary here. Ooh, especially with the surround. Uh-oh, Trolls. Uh-oh, the Trolls are in danger. Sound the alarm. The Troll Toll's about to be paid. All right, so you guys move up, and the Trolls are going to just get absolutely crushed here. Absolutely crushed. Oh, you know what? They're actually holding on. They're holding on there. These are what? These are Illyrian Reavers. Oh, that's why. I was like, the good units haven't engaged yet. All right. So the Trolls are, you know, they are armored, so Dragon Prince type units aren't going to be like amazing against them. So let's get some more Horsemen out, see if we can get a little bit of battlefield agency coming back here. I do need to stem the bleeding though and get like an objective back because this is getting a little bit dicey. I can't believe these Trolls are still fighting, man. That's some crazy shit. Marauders coming in from the other side, and let's get some throwing axes. As far as this side goes, we could send some Marauders, but I don't have any. So we're just going to have to pay the Troll Toll here, and let's pop Acquiescence to get a buff for our army, and hopefully drag these guys down. This is like one of the best fights we've had in a while over here, actually. Like, hands down. Chaos Warrior Great Weapons, Hounds could come across. Yeah, we just need to hope those Marauders hold. Harry the Hammer doesn't have his ability, but we are pretty close to flipping this one. It's like going back and forth. He's got the nice Reaver play over there. And how is our caster doing? I guess we could get the melee attack debuff again, so let's do the Lash of Slanesh. Outstanding. And the throwing axes keep going, man. Let's drag them down. We need to keep that cap weight there. Get that one back, because this is rapidly approaching a triple cap situation. Mirror Guard, go. Your Sigvald's chosen. Do him proud, baby. All right, so moving across. How are the Great Weapons doing? Let's move up onto the point here. Pull back this way. And yeah, we are slowly winning the grind here, which is nice. This is definitely a triple cap, though. We're going to have to triple cap if we want any chances. Yeah, and as usual, Sigvald stands alone. We didn't get the middle, which sucks pretty bad. Hounds, we could bring some Hound units to support. Doesn't seem like it's going to be a terribly good choice. And yeah, these guys can keep battling here. Horsemen do their thing, and it looks like we should be able to get these doggos off here. Should be able to get them off. All right, let's acquiesce them, lower their stats, get the charge with the Horsemen, and maybe we can wrestle that one. Harry the Hammer, he's got his hammer in a couple seconds. Hopefully it'll do some nice AoE damage. So let's pop that. Attack here, and get some throwing axe support in once again. And we did get the AoE. All right, not bad. Mirror Guard might be able to put some pressure on that objective, but we are just rapidly running out of time. We might be able to flip this one. It looks like we got the cap weight there, which is good. A little bit of decent trading. Yeah, so Chaos Warrior Grey Weapons seem like they're a good choice. I'm very happy with their performance, but some of the other ones not so much. All right, so go after those Dragon Princes, pull back this way, and let's see. Hound units, yes. Oh, no, I misclicked on this spawn, and they spawned on the other side. That's unfortunate. Sigvald and Harry are doing their job, though. Like, you got to give them props for that. They are definitely doing their job. You can get on these Horsemen here, and do we have enough for any more debuffs? We do not. And Chaos Warrior's about to break that point, so let's move him over there. Harry the Hammer and company, let's head over to the White Lines of Grace and pull back. Pull back. Mirror Guard, head up there. Is there like a chance for a miracle triple cap here? I don't think so. Like, it feels very, very unlikely. And what are these? These are Dragon Princes. So we need to pull back here and let the Horsemen get back and get the Warriors up on the point and see if we can do anything. Harry and Sigvald are just going to be, you know, doing Harry things. These are Reavers, and Mirror Guard are moving up. But yeah, Imric's just so impactful. And my characters, I feel like this playstyle is like not good against a like a high elf style playstyle where they have like these mobile monsters. Like the Sigvald seems wrong. Like an Archaon with like a burning head who can like maybe contest him a little bit better. Maybe one of those characters could be the way. But GG, well played. He played a great game, man. Shout out to well, he goes by multiple names. I think his name is, let me double check in Discord. Yes, to the Phoenix King. Shout out to you, man. And looking at my build was definitely not the way. I mean, okay value on these characters, but I just couldn't deal with the mobility. And Chaos has plenty of tools of dealing with mobility, but I just didn't bring them. And also, massive disappointment. I think this was what lost me the game, was the Skull Crushers coming out and just getting absolutely flattened by Imric and like the rest of the Elves. The Skull Crushers was like, you know, that's a 1,700 gold investment just going in the trash can. Whereas that could have been 2 more Chaos Warrior Great Opens, right? Just effectively grinding and doing more work for you. So GG, well played. Yeah, and Chaos Warrior Great Opens do good. They can grind through. Narnia lines, wow, 2,000 and 1,200 there. Great stuff and awesome high elf play. Love to see it. See you guys next time. Take care of yourselves. And that's going to be it for today.